Welcome to my channel, mother suckers. Hey, this video is going to be really interesting, controversial as always. It's a really great conversation, and today's topic is going to be about femininity and feminine energy. And I was really resistant to certain videos at first, but I stumbled upon some videos in which I was like, I agree, and I really want to adopt some of these feminine principles. Now, if you are new here, welcome. If you are a unicorn, gang was good. Now, I do want to give a little bit of a background as far as myself and my femininity. I will be reacting to some videos here on YouTube as well as doing my makeup. So I guess you could say that this is a real girly video. Just a little bit about my personal experiences with femininity. I never really thought about it. That's the interesting thing. I never really thought about it. I just was like, I was just always just myself. I never really cared if it was feminine or masculine. I never, like, you know, just growing up, I never really cared. I'm just like, okay, I'm a woman, like I'm naturally feminine. Like I just thought womanhood equaled femininity. But now I can look back and see different points in my life in which I wasn't always able to live in my femininity. So I am from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised, and girl, I mean, most of the stereotypes about New York is true. I'm just saying. I had to endure more rougher circumstances and environments growing up. Naturally, you just have a little bit more of an edge. Now, I grew up in the hood, but I was completely sheltered. So my characteristics and behaviors, it never really reflected the stereotypical hood chick, the ghetto chick. Like, I never reflected that because I was so sheltered. It was school, it was home, it was church, okay? And even in church, we had what they called etiquette classes, right? We were called the Young Women of Worth. That was the name of the fellowship that I was a part of as a young girl, was called the Young Women of Worth. And I think it was ages from like 12 to like 16 or something like that, where we learned etiquette. We learned how to sit. We learned how to use, you know, specific forks and things like that. And we even had a ball in which I was crowned the queen of the ball. Like, I really was. It was really cute. It was really cute. I had to do a song. It was a whole thing, but I was queen of the ball. And interestingly enough, I was the only one who didn't have a date to the ball, and I was crowned the queen. So that's interesting. So yeah, so there was that. And then I can remember time in high school, especially, I can remember times in high school where I was just naturally myself. I would get called the white girl or bougie just simply because I wasn't as urban, I would say. I don't know, because I wasn't as urban as the other girls. And I then began to change myself just to blend in with my circle, because they were the fighters, they were the gangster girls, they were the girls you didn't play with, you feel me? So it was like I began to change myself in certain ways and become a little bit more aggressive just to blend in with those types of girls. Fast forwarding, because that could be a whole video, we could do a story time on it, okay? But fast forwarding, I do want to say that, you know, getting into modeling, becoming a beauty influencer, like there were a lot of things that I naturally gravitated towards that helped me tap into my feminine side. So for me, because I'm girly in a sense, I never really felt like I needed femininity tips, because I just felt like, well, I'm girly. Like, I like pink, I like glitter, I like getting my nails done, I like doing my hair. So I got the grooming part of it right. You know, I feel like I have the grooming part of it down packed and the girly part of it. But you can be girly all you want. That doesn't necessarily make you feminine. You might like pink, but you still might exude masculine energy. You know what I'm trying to say? So I think when it comes, so for me personally, I think when it comes to like womanhood and sisterhood, I think I can be very feminine. When it comes to engaging with men, especially in New York, I can admit that I could possibly pick up some femininity tips, but it's hard when these niggas ain't shit. Okay, but we're gonna get into these videos because I'm gonna be over here talking all day if I don't just jump into this video as I do my face for the day. So the first video is called Feminine Game, 15 Ladylike Ways to Become a Siren. First of all, that title, cool. And this is by a YouTuber named Chloe. Chloe's videos do often come up in my recommendation. And I also want to say this, I feel like these femininity videos are for a specific target, right? Obviously, like we all do videos for a target. We all have a target audience. So you got to understand, if you are not the target audience, okay, then some of these videos are not for you. You got to just take the meat, spit out the bones. If you eat bones, you take the bones, spit out the meat, child, okay?
Hey everyone, Chloe here, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, ladies and lurkers, welcome. So today's Feminine School video will be about the basics and the how-tos of becoming a high-value siren. So in a nutshell, a siren is a feminine woman who is committed to both living and leading her life with feminine energy, and is a woman who is unabashedly confident in her sex appeal and her feminine confidence, which comes from studying and practicing, particularly when it comes to her exchanges with men, especially high-value men. The siren is a woman who sees herself as a complement to men, and is a woman who is highly aware of how to use her feminine power and her feminine charm as the path of least resistance to get what she wants out of men. So while the rest of
Okay, so off the bat, siren is someone who is confident and knows how to get what she wants from men. And girl, I ain't mad at it, okay? Listen, I am not mad at that at all. However, I do find it very interesting that the feminist movement and femininity are like at odds, which is kind of interesting because it's like you would think the two will go hand in hand, but a lot of feminists actually resist these type of videos because a lot of these videos are basically trying to help women obtain a man with a certain type of social status, financial status, etc. Off the rip, she lets us be known that this is going to be in proximity to men, okay?
So while the rest of the world is man-hating and man-bashing, the siren is the woman who is more interested in understanding the power of allure and in understanding the power of how to make a man weak in the knees.
The shade, honey. Come on, shade. So she says while the rest of the world is man-bashing, man-hating, the siren is kind of the opposite. The siren kind of finds value in men. I just want to know, like, can we do both though? Can we do both? Like, can I like hold men accountable for the fuck shit that they do and also want a good man and, you know, work on myself to be a better woman as he works on himself to be a better man, so we could just come together and feel like a puzzle?
To become a siren and how to lead in your feminine. Number one, confidence. Ladies, a siren is a woman who has feminine confidence to the bone, and her confidence has nothing to do with her body shape or her facial beauty, and everything to do with her attitude. It's not only about her looks, it is also about her confidence and her feminine swag.
I agree, as I put on a pound of makeup. But nah, seriously, even though I do love makeup and, you know, I come with the looks, I always stress the importance of just having good character, a good personality, and a smart head on your shoulders.
Sex appeal. A siren is a woman who perfects the art of dripping in sex appeal. The siren's goal of being irresistible and unforgettable in the eyes of men. And how does a woman drip in sex appeal? With feminine hair, a feminine attitude, a ladylike attitude, a feminine makeup, not clownish makeup, feminine lashes, not lamb chop lashes, and wearing feminine dresses, and allowing worthy men who are in their masculine to lead. Number three.
So here's my thing with that. Like, what if you're not into men though? Like, what if, I guess, you know what, I guess the rules would still apply. Like, if you are a woman who is into women, like into masculine women, I think the rules would still apply. But like, what if you're a feminine woman into feminine women? I'm just asking.
I'm asking for a friend, okay?
3. A siren commits to understanding how men are wired and how men think. Too many women consider the opinions of other women instead of going directly to the source, men. If you listen to a man speak, ladies, or if you have a father or a brother or an uncle that you trust and respect and that you can engage with, ask them about what men desire and they will tell you, and stop listening to man-hating women. Number 4.
Okay, I'm actually gonna try this. Let me see if he picks up. Okay. So I know for a fact my boyfriend is sleeping. So I'm gonna call one of my male friends. Let's see if he picks up. I'm gonna put him on the spot. Let me see if he pick up.
Hello.
Hey, Kofo.
How's it going?
Good morning.
What's going on?
I'm filming right now, and I'm doing a reaction video, and the YouTuber said for us to ask men about desirability. So can you give us some examples of like what men desire when it comes to women?
Are we talking about in general, or are we talking specifically like?
I would say I would say attraction and dating wise.
Oh, attraction. I mean, the biggest thing would probably be good vibes, conversation, like someone who's going hold a conversation.
That's at the top of your list?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta vibe with the person and like conversation.
Okay.
Do you mean like aesthetics, like as far as like looks and stuff like that?
I just mean as far as characteristics. So like you said, like good conversation.
Yeah, like someone who can hold a conversation. Comes with ideas, like, you know, she's not being agreeable is what you would call like a pick-me.
So what about in terms of being feminine?
Okay, so for me, I like my woman to be feminine.
Okay, and what does a feminine woman, like, what is that? What are her characteristics?
Characteristics of a feminine woman. Someone who don't emasculate me publicly or privately. Someone who allows me to be a man in the sense that, like, if I'm with you and I'm going places with you, like, it'll be nice if you offer to pay for shit, but I expect to pay for the shit if I'm with you. You get what I'm saying?
Wait, I'm sorry. So wait, so you're saying you want a woman that offers to pay, but wouldn't that be emasculating you?
No. What I'm saying is that, like, it's not like a hindrance. Like, in the event that it's a situation where, like we've discussed previously, right? Like, I might be going through a downtime, but we still want to go out and do stuff, and she is good, like, as far as financials. She could pay, but it's understood that generally speaking, I'm the one who fulfills that role.
Okay, so basically, unless you fall under hard times, you will be the provider.
I do want a woman to be a go-getter and stuff like that because I want those skills to be transferable to my children.
Right.
But it has to be understood that, like, I'm the main protector and provider. Okay. And you, a nurturer. You get what I'm saying? We can fulfill those roles when need be, both like interchangeably, but the primary role that I would expect my woman to be is nurturing, caring, understanding, like open, like make me feel comfortable enough to come to you about like things. You get what I'm saying? Like, I
get what you're saying.
That would probably be the biggest things for me.
Okay, and how about as far as how she carries herself?
With dignity, straight up with dignity, and like someone who demands respect, and not demands respect like has to say it, but like her presence demands respect. Like
her presence. Okay, got it. Okay, thank you. Bye. Okay, so she was right. She was right. She said, I mean, and again, this is my friend, so I mean, you guys can ask your male friends and other guys in your life. But I do agree with that. I agree with going to the source in a sense. Like, if men want to know, you know, what women want, we would tell them, hey, come to us and ask us so that we can tell you. If men want to know how black women feel, why we feel unprotected, they need to come to us and ask us. They need to actually listen. And I think that goes both ways, listening and communication. From my upbringing, again, I grew up in a single mother household, so you know, and you know how your parents not throwing your face, but you know how your parents constantly remind you, like, I raised you by myself, I did this by myself, I did this by myself. And I'm like, damn, you know, so you kind of get that mindset of, as a woman, I can do everything by myself. Me personally, as a woman, I could do everything by myself. I see my mother do it all. My mother did this. I literally never saw my mother cry. The only times my mother ever cried was when she got a call from Nigeria that somebody died. And that's why for me, the whole strong woman thing, it was hard for me to let that title go. I'm not gonna lie. And honestly, to an extent, I still don't think it's nothing wrong with it, except accept the negative stereotypes that come with it. You get what I'm trying to say? The fact that, yeah, you might never see me cry, but I cry behind closed doors. I grew up raised by a strong black woman. I didn't, like, my mom is a queen in my eyes. I didn't see anything wrong with being a strong black woman until I learned about the negative tropes that come with it.
Siren energy, and some of you will be very triggered to hear this, means dropping all shades of man-hating. Ladies, the man...
Oh, okay, see? So she's saying you can't do both. I thought we could. That's kind of what I was saying in the beginning, like, why can't it be both? Chloe here is saying that you can't do both. Let's hear why. I gotta hear why.
Man-hater club is a huge one, and a woman who is a siren avoids these kinds of women like the plague. The truth is, a siren and a feminine woman will always view men as a positive more than a negative. The siren is a woman who understands the value of what a man will bring to her life. Male attention, male protection, gifts, balance, being courted, being doted on, someone to love, a family, a manly embrace, and so much more.
I don't think I'm a siren then, and you know what, that's okay. I just don't think I'm a siren. But when it's like when she says it outright, I'm like, okay, that's not me. But then when she's listing these attributes, someone who's protected, someone who gets gifts, girl, I love gifts. What you talking about? Like, I ain't gonna never turn down a gift, a compliment, or protection, period. One thing I do appreciate is not one time has she said do these things for unworthy men. So I'm coming off of this with the premise of I am this way because my man deserves it. You know what I'm trying to say?
The siren wears slip dresses, skirts, blouses, silk, lace, and satin, and feminine fabrics that are soft and sultry to the touch. So ladies, the last thing that a siren would wear is a pair of Timbs. Number 6, a siren.
Y'all know I'm from New York. Don't do that. What Tim's got to do with this? That's not right. That's not right. Protect the Timbs. Protect the Timbs. Like, you can dress Timbs up, but y'all really defending Timbs right now. Like, no, y'all not about to play with Timberlands. But Timbs, you can dress Timbs up, and you can also, like, you can definitely, Timbs could definitely make you look more masculine, but you can definitely dress Timbs up as well. Like, I've seen Timbs look cute. I'm just saying, wait, what's wrong with Timbs?
And the siren keeps this freshness and this playfulness and this liveliness at the forefront of her life. The siren is never stale, worn down, or depressing to be around. A siren is the woman who will always have a zest for life and is the woman who will always be willing to try new things.
I'm here for that. I feel like that's me. But I think we also have to be realistic that you can't always be that way. Like, it's okay to not always be like, people think that I'm always on 10, and I kind of am, but I'm not. And when I'm not on 10, people are just like, what's wrong, why aren't you on 10? And I'm like, yo, I'm just chilling.
A siren understands what makes her special and what makes her stand out from other women, and she doesn't try to be an energy or an archetype that she isn't. So ladies, what is your archetype? Are you a diva, a goddess, a tomboy, a sex kitten, or the girl next door? Are you a combination? To figure out your archetype, ask your trusted friends or your family members to describe you.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning. A lot of these girls are not up.
Hello?
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm filming and I just have a question.
What's your question?
I'm filming about femininity. But can you describe, like, would you say, I forgot what she listed off, but would you say I was a goddess, a sex kitten, a tomboy, or the girl next door? Or like, how would you, those were like the examples that she listed.
Who's she?
Doesn't matter. I'm doing a reaction.
Oh, yes, I'm like, who is the she?
Oh my god, I'm doing a reaction video, girl. I'm doing a reaction. So it's another YouTuber. She has some really good tips, but I just wanted to ask because she said to ask people close to you.
Oh, so you think I'm close to you? Tell me you love me first and I'm your favorite person in the world, and I'll answer you.
Yo, you dragging it. You're my favorite person in the world, Carla.
Okay.
feminine, but it's strong and bold. Like,
all right, so feminine, strong, and bold. Can you be both?
You are both, because you are feminine, you exude femininity, but you are still strong and associated being bold and outspoken as masculinity. Then you're missing the whole concept of femininity, because it doesn't take away the fact that you're feminine.
Right.
If you have those qualities.
The thing is, like, the feminist movement and femininity, as it's described on YouTube, they don't go hand in hand. They're actually opposites. The feminist movement will say, like, you don't need a man, you can do this on your own, where femininity says when you rest in your womanhood, you don't need to be the leader, you don't need to be strong, you don't need to be protector. Like, your man should be those things.
You can still be a feminist and feel like that.
All right, so my friend described me as feminine but strong. I told y'all. That's why I just was like, wait, why you can't be both? Because I mean, I feel like I'm both. But let's continue.
Siren will never argue or debate with a man, a lowlife, a dusty, or a low-value man. Ladies, arguing with men puts a feminine woman in her masculine, and a siren's feminine power is in walking away or leaving a man on read. Or if you really want to be a high-value feminine assassin, a siren will hang up, block, or delete a low-value man or woman out of her life without apology.
I feel like that's not realistic though. Like, we have I'm sorry girl, we gotta be realistic, honey. I feel like it's not realistic to say don't argue with a man. Now, I will say do not fight with a man. Don't hit him first, don't hit him, don't push him, don't slap him, don't mush him. You would just walk away, block, delete. I'm all for that, because remember, like I said to y'all in that NFL video where the woman got so mad that her husband was cheating on her again, that she went and, you know, had him at gunpoint. Had that been a black or a dark-skinned woman, we know how that story would have ended up for one of us. So yes, I do agree with blocking, deleting, moving on. But you're gonna get a piece of my mind. You're absolutely gonna get a piece of my mind. I have a mind, it works. You're gonna get a piece of it. Because you know what the problem is? Sometimes we don't express. I think it's very important to express to you know, the men in your life, your friends, your partner, whatever. It is important to express when you are dissatisfied, when you're not happy. And sometimes those conversations can turn into a little heated debate or argument. Listen, I was on a debate team in every school I ever went to. Okay, so I like a good debate. And honestly, to be honest with you guys, a lot of guys that I've dated or went on dates with, like, one of the things that they love about me is the fact that I can hold a good conversation. I can hold a really good debate. You know, if you like, we would purposely argue, not like argue like with no point or no intention, but say if we're discussing a topic, like, we'll purposely like bring up topics just to discuss it, or just say like it's something that's like going on around the house, like, oh, you know, I want us to move here, or he wants to move there. You know, that can cause an argument, that can cause a disagreement. Always express yourself, make your points be heard, be known. And I think you can express yourself and even argue in a feminine way, honey. You can use your charm and use your wit, and honey, and a little bit of shade goes a long way. So that's the one thing so far that I disagree with.
Low value men and low value women,
and again, now I like that she mentioned low value, because now we can narrow it off. Now we can cut off all the but this, but that, but what about that? But see, now she's specific. She said low value men. We ain't what? I'm not arguing with you. I don't have no time to even look your way. What are you talking about?
Number 9, a siren is intelligent and works on her wit. Ladies, a feminine woman never takes herself too seriously, because she understands that a man will always love a woman with a sense of humor. She watches documentaries, she cracks a book open every now and then, and she perfects the art of engagement to keep men enthralled, not only with her body, but also with her mind. Number 10, a siren, and I want you to listen very carefully, ladies, is a woman who is never afraid to allow a masculine man to shine. Ladies, the number one issue of today's modern woman is her masculine desire to want to outshine and dominate male energy by competing with men. And this energy is completely emasculating and a huge turnoff in the world of men. The siren seeks to complement a man, not battle with him. And this desire for dominance from many of today's modern women is a form of attention seeking that
Now let me tell you why I initially rejected number 10, because that's something that I have to work on as it pertains to men, because not all femininity pertains to men, but this topic does. But as it pertains to men, my dating history, I realized that I was usually that I like to compete naturally. Okay, I realized, I learned about myself that I like to compete with men. I like to win because of patriarchy. You know, it just built something up in me that I can beat men, I can compete with men, I can beat you, I can outsmart you, you know, not necessarily things that are physical, but when it comes to like my mouth, when it comes to my mind, or when it comes to success, a lot of times I feel like I can outshine men. Now this is the first time. Now usually, okay, the guys that I've dated in the past, they had no problem with that. This guy right here, he has, that's I would say that's his problem with me. Not even compete on some like, oh, you got that, I'm getting that. Not even compete like that. It's not even like that at all. It's like a power thing. It really is. And when she first said that, I'm like, no, because that's me and my dude. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's like him telling me certain things, and I'm like, no. And he's like, babe, like, yeah, that's what it is. My boyfriend is very masculine, and a lot of times when he's shining in his masculinity, I can be honest and say, like, sometimes I'd be like wanting to show him, like, but all right, you masculine and you shining, but I'm shining too up here with you. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't necessarily think that was a bad thing, but that's something that we do argue about sometimes. It's like, bruh, like, let me be the man. Like, he literally said that to me a couple times, and I was like, I want you to be the man.
Of today's modern woman is her masculine desire to want to outshine and dominate male energy by competing with men. And this energy is completely emasculating and a huge turnoff in the world of men. The siren seeks to complement a man, not battle with him. And this desire for dominance for many of today's modern women is a form of attention seeking that many masculine women have embraced in order to not be invisible. But a feminine woman is never invisible in the eyes of a masculine, high value man. Number 11, the siren makes the most of her assets. Got great curves? Flatter your shape, ladies. Do you have a great head of hair? Toss it, flip it, shake it. Do you have amazing skin? Highlight it. Do you have amazing teeth? Flash your smile. Do you have amazing feet? Wear open-toe sandals and stunt. A siren is unabashed and unafraid of what makes her sexy, and a siren will never try to copy and paste or imitate or completely jack another woman's specialness. So understand your specialness. Number 12, a siren allows a man to impress her, not the other way around. Ladies, it is a man's job to impress you and to sweep you off of your feet, not the other way around. So allow a man to prove himself to you and rest in your feminine.
I feel like femininity is so anti-New York. It's not fair. Let me know out there as well from where y'all from. But men are impressed by women that, let me try to say, like, women from New York, we dress to impress. Like, you can't tell somebody from New York that it's not your role to impress. No. I'm here to impress, period. I'm here to impress. It's in all the music, dress to impress. I don't think being impressive is necessarily masculine though. Like, again, can't you be impressive in a feminine way? Like, damn, she look good, I'm impressed. Or, you know, damn, she's really smart, I'm impressed, you know? Just saying.
Number 13, a siren understands how to have a conversation with men, but she is an even better listener. Ladies, women who don't listen are a complete turnoff in the art of seduction. Number 14, a siren.
I'm gonna just go ahead and be a lesbian. I don't listen. Is this worth listening to, or is this some bullshit?
Ladies, a siren understands that sometimes in life, a woman will need to go left when everyone else is going right to avoid becoming a codependent people pleaser. And having that quality of breaking the rules is a very necessary ingredient to keeping a man on his toes.
Oh, that's definitely a quality I have, but it doesn't really work in a good way. Yeah, when I break the rules, yeah, that don't really work for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I break them, I break them. Baby don't tread.
At number 15, a siren raises her feminine self-esteem by putting in the work. Ladies, there are no shortcuts to learning how to become a feminine woman, and there are no shortcuts when it comes to learning how to seduce, charm, and disarm men. Although seduction can be read about in a book, ultimately, becoming a siren and an expert on seduction comes from actually dealing with high-value men. So that is all that I have to say on this for now.
So I actually thought I wasn't gonna listen to the whole thing, but it was really good. You know, definitely gonna thumbs up that video. Not just society, men are changing too. You know, they're seeing the girls that are leveling up, that got their own bag, that can get a house, that can get a car, and that can be very attracting to a man of means. I'm just saying, because it's like, damn, she got a bag, I got a bag. Okay, cool. So she's bringing something to the table. I'm just saying, I'm just bringing another perspective. First of all, you need to level up for yourself regardless of a man. And second, I honestly don't want a guy that's so easily intimidated. And these niggas need to work on that. You should not be intimidated by a woman because she wants to have a better life for herself. Like, bro, like, go ahead. Do your masculine thing. I need you to boss up. I think these femininity videos are great, but I also need to see some masculinity videos. Actually, let me see if there are black men on here teaching other black men how to be positive masculinity, how to rest in positive masculinity for a feminine woman. Let me see. How can I say this? So masculinity for dark skinned men. So I definitely don't see it as you would see femininity for black women. So again, I do want to give a shout out to these women who are out here just giving black women options. Like, we need options. Ooh, that wasn't a fart, that was that was my chair, I promise. And giving black women options. A lot of times you feel like you live in such this like bubble, and no, like, we have options. We can better ourselves in so many ways. Girl, I am all the way here for it. Like, I'm all the way here for a splashy dashy of more femininity. Absolutely. And I do have a new video that I do want you guys to check out. It's my try on video. It's my first try on video. I really want you guys to check it out and let me know if you want me to do more videos like that on my channel, because the way you look and the way you present yourself as someone who wants to be seen as feminine or who's working on her femininity, how you present yourself is a big part of being more feminine and attracting certain type of people, energies, and opportunities into your life. If femininity is something that you want to learn more about, I do recommend checking these women's channels. Chrissy also has a great playlist. And again, if these are rules, if these are practices and rules that don't sit well with you, they don't sit well with you, you just feel like, nah, I ain't here for that, you're good. You don't have to. I'm here to tell you, you don't have to. I don't agree with every single thing, but you know, like I said, I'll take the meat, leave the bones. Okay, I really want you guys to let me know what you thought of this video. What do you think about femininity versus the feminists? How do you feel about some of these suggestions as it pertains to being more feminine? How do you feel about aligning black women and femininity with attracting a man? I think that's where a lot of people have the issue, is why does everything have to be to attract a man? Now, if you are a woman who is looking to attract a man, yeah, girl, go ahead. It's nothing. What's wrong with attracting a man if you were attracted to men? Hold on, somehow. What is wrong with attracting a man if you are attracted to men? Do y'all go out here and tell men stop being this and that because you're trying to attract women? No, y'all don't. So there's nothing wrong with trying to attract a good quality man. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't let people on here let you believe that all men are evil and hate all men all day, every day. Because honey, they laying up with their ones and twos. All right, they ones and twos. be smart. Be smart. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me get over here, thumbs up this video, subscribe, check out some of my old videos, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.